Hello all, my name is Kayomarz and I am trainer from wisemonkeys. In this tutorial we'll remove some complicated backgrounds in Photoshop. So let's get started. So open Photoshop, go into file, open, and let's take an image over here. We'll go into Photoshop ref folder and we have an image over here. Okay, so now as you can see over here, you have a background with a single color, but as if now I want to remove this background without disturbing the hairs over here. So for example, we have seen into the previous tutorial, if I am using a magic wand tool or whatever tool like quick selection tool or eraser tool, magic eraser tool, it won't work because if you delete it, there are more chances that the remaining part might left out. So this method is not applicable for this. So we have one more method over here using a mask. So very first of all, right click on this layer and take a duplicate layer and click OK. Let's off the bottom layer. Let's create a simple selection using a lasso tool. Just create a very simple selection and a rough selection. Okay, after you are done, go into this refine edge option. You can go into this, make it overlay, take it as an edge detection as smart radius, make it smooth feather for softening the edges, and decontaminate colors. So we'll be using a mask, so whatever you will be doing it will appear on a new layer and it will form in the form of a mask. And remember settings, don't click OK. So now we get a brush onto the screen. Now you can just take the area which is required. So whatever area which you're painting over here, the red area is a mask. So what is exactly a mask over here? Mask is an area. The area which you are going to paint over here is going to be transparent. So just paint the mask area accordingly without disturbing the hairs. So accidentally if you paint onto the hairs, you have option over here that is a erase option, so you can easily erase it. So you can again go over here and you can paint it accordingly without disturbing the hairs. So as we are just making the selections, so make sure you are making the selections a bit more perfect. So you can take your time for doing that. So making the selections over here, you can take the brush also. So make sure you are not disturbing the hairs over here. So you are not disturbing the hairs over here. You are only painting the red area. So now whatever area you are going to paint as a red is going to be converted into a mask. Okay, so do it slowly. So after you are done with the selection, you have an option over here that is click OK. So once you click OK, now you can see the difference over here that the most of your hairs part is been removed. So now after this, click on this mask layer, take a brush, go into this, and you can reduce this opacity and flow and you can rub this area which is not required. So you can easily rub it. You can still reduce the opacity and flow of this. Okay, zoom the layer, sorry. You can, so I'm not exactly erasing it, I'm just hiding it. So as you paint white over here, black color, so black color will hide that particular area. So you're going to paint this over here like this. So once you're done, you can take a new blank layer, you can push it down, and you can take a bit of a grayish tone. Now you can see the color which you have painted over here will appear. So you can zoom it. You can go into this again. You can take a brush and you can hide it. You can make it 100%, and you can make the hardness a bit more softer, so you should not see such patches, so you can avoid such patches. You can avoid such patches over here. So if you want to remove some kind of hairs which are not required or left out, they can be easily removed over here. Okay, so you can easily rub this area out from here. So as you can see over here, we need to put a gradient. You can also put a gradient, so you can see the background in this way. Even you can put any kind of a sky background, or even you can put a gradient over here. If you like to put a gradient, you can put a gradient, or if you have any kind of sky background, so what you can do is you can just take a sky background over here. You can take scenics, you can go into this. Okay, so let's take this image. So take this image and you can just drag this image over here, and you can off this. So push this image up, Control T for transform, Alt and Shift is for the scale, and you can shift this down back side. So as you can see over here, your image has been placed up, but still some more changes left to be done out. So you can just smartly just hide this area which is actually not required. You can increase its hardness over here. So whatever area is not required, you can just rub it out. Okay. Can zoom this. Okay, so reduce this opacity, reduce this flow again, and you can rub it. If it is not required, you can easily hide it. Okay, so make sure you rub this area softly so that the area which is required is not visible. Okay, so you can easily rub this area out from here. Okay, and you have one more option. If you switch this up, so you can reveal whatever things you have painted, you can get it back if you paint it on this white color. So you can get all these things back over here, and if you paint it as black, it will make it more and more transparent. So you can just do it slowly. Whatever area is left, you can just remove that part softly. Okay, that's it. So the area which is left out, you can get that done. Okay, so now I can see that we have done over here the area. Okay, so you can just differentiate it. So you can go into this image, canvas size, and you can just double this, click OK, and you can activate this option. You can go into this layer 0 and shift this over here like this. Okay, so if you want to keep this as, you have to reduce the brush size, and you can remove it easily, slowly. So thanks for watching this tutorial.